Hi, it's Paul from China Cash Buyers, here at the world's largest aquarium in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia. Today I'm going to teach you how a brand new method to get Chinese investors to throw themselves at you. Okay? Big promise, right? Okay, let's see what we can do with that. A lot of people talk about the tools. You should use this particular tool. You should use that particular tool. But if you don't know how to use the tool, you basically don't get anywhere. So let's go through the steps that you need to take. We'll go in more deeper in the course. Right now I'm giving you a basic introduction. Take notes, this is good stuff. First thing you want to do is obviously download WeChat. WeChat is the Chinese Facebook, and you want to be on WeChat. It has a timeline, and you basically use it somewhat like Facebook, but it's only on the mobile. So get WeChat. Okay, so now let's say you're meeting a potential Chinese client. Now, usually, if an agent meets a Chinese client, I'll tell you exactly what happens. It's quite a somber affair. You know, it's like they're afraid of offending them, and they're standing there, and they're like, what would you like, sir? And they're worried if they're going to say the right thing, and they basically just answer the questions that are asked, and basically nobody buys anything. What could they have done differently? What could they do to make it really happen? You have to know how the investors think, how the people think, to really make it happen. So let's do it the right way. First thing you want to do, when you meet any potential Chinese client, or even just a nice Chinese person, you want to add them on your WeChat. So they're on your WeChat. It's the first thing. The second thing you want to do is you want to take a lot of pictures when you're with them. So Chinese love pictures, and when they're traveling, they want pictures of wherever they're traveling. So if they're in London, they want all the classic pictures. When you go to right now when you go to any like large landmark building or whatever, you're going to see a bunch of Chinese out there, and everybody's taking pictures, and they're showing off where they're going. They're showing what they did. You know, they're recording their trip, just like we would, right? Maybe a little more, but basically they're taking pictures, right? So you want to take pictures. So potential Chinese client comes, friendly, add them on WeChat. How are you doing? First thing, hey, let's take a picture. You get a couple pictures together. Post them on WeChat. Okay, next, tag them on WeChat. You want to tag them because when you tag them, all their friends can see that picture now. So you're tagging them, and you want to add them on Weibo. Weibo is the Chinese Twitter. I know this is a lot for one video, but trust me, this is very powerful. You don't have to do both if you're in a short of time or you're not that serious about Chinese investors. But if you really want Chinese investors, sign up for Weibo, download WeChat. You got the two tools you need, right? Then you add them on Weibo, and you tag them on Weibo with the same picture, and you link any article that you're posting to them. So basically what you're doing is you're bigging them up. You're bigging them up. Everybody knows Chinese love face, right? Face is a big part of the culture. Now, obviously we're treading on sensitive ground because we're talking about cultures, we're talking about nationalities. I'm not saying everything is a certain way or not. I'm saying if you want to succeed, you have to do things that work. And I've found these things to work, and my clients that are really selling real estate to Chinese are using these methods. So I recommend them. I'm not saying they're guaranteed, and I'm not saying every person would be the same. I'm just saying that they work, and I have made a lot of money using these methods. Okay, so you want to get them on Weibo. And what do you put on there? What are you going to put in? When you got Weibo, you got them on WeChat, you got a picture, you got them tagged in there. What do? You big them up. You big them up, right? What a lot of real estate agents do is they big themselves up. Hey, I'm the best real estate agent in the world. I handle this area. I'm a professional. I live here for 20 years. They talk about themselves. Don't do that. Talk about your Chinese client. Mrs. Yang, she's visiting me here in my hometown. She's awesome. Mrs. Yang is a doctor, or she has done this, or she has done that. He has done this, he has done that. And you big them up. You big them up publicly. You big them up publicly on Weibo and on WeChat. This, I'm telling you, you can't lose either way. Next thing you want to do is you want to sell the dream. Everything's positive. So you're just like, oh, talking about the area, you're selling the dream. Okay, now here's where the little edge comes in. You gotta have a little edge, okay? You want them to know that you don't want them to miss the train, okay? So since '08, obviously prices have been coming up most places in the world, and prices have been coming up, and anybody who bought a couple years ago made a lot of money. So what you want to do is that kind of edge. You have to give people an edge, right? You don't go to the dentist if your teeth feel fine. You go to the dentist when you got a toothache, right? So you want to let the clients know publicly, this is a sensitive one, publicly, I would say, you know, she's looking in this area, If she would have bought a couple years ago, she'd be up 25%, but we all know when is the best time to plant an oak tree. The best time was 20 years ago. The second best time is right now. So Mrs. Yang is planting an oak tree right now, basically. She's coming into the area, and this is what we expect: good things, and we see a good future, blah, blah, blah. You want to let her know that, one, it's moving. It's not forever. Time's changing, right? And also the future is good. So they missed a little bit, but there's a lot of benefit to gain. That's the basic kind of feeling. How you word it and how you put it is all up to you. And whether you even use this, and you wouldn't want to, obviously you wouldn't want to post the same thing again and again, but this is the kind of feeling. You get kind of getting my groove here. So for example, you might go out to eat and you might go to an expensive restaurant, have some very nice pictures, bigging them up a little bit, talking about their area, about their region. She's from Sichuan, so this is a Sichuan food. Whatever, you're talking about her. Her friends back home will see that video, see that picture, and they'll talk about it. And the big bonus is that, one, you big the client up instead of yourself. Two, you look like you really know what you're doing. You're on WeChat, you're on Weibo, you are the 0.1 of 1% to do both those things, and to know that you're not the star, the client's the star. Big up the clients, and they will be much more loyal to you because they will come back because your friends know them now and you know them. And when you post on Weibo, WeChat, everybody that knows them can see that post, and you can also see their post. So for example, if their friends like it or their friends comment, you can use the translate button on WeChat. You can translate that, what their friends said, you'll know exactly, and then you can post in English and just kind of keep in the conversation. So is this making sense? Is this kind of grooving? Is this the kind of make sense? Okay, this is hot stuff. Do this with your next client, and when you do, take a screenshot or tag me, show me what you did, and tell me the reaction, because this really works. All right, so thank you very much. Thank you for watching. And this is one way to get Chinese clients to throw themselves at you and to be loyal to you at the same time. And it costs you nothing. It costs you nothing in advertising, costs you nothing. You're not going anywhere. The client's coming to you, and you're taking maximum advantage instead of just letting it slip by. Because most agents, I'm telling you, every single agent I know, when they meet a Chinese client, absolutely nothing happens afterwards, and there's no record of it. The client doesn't remember your name. They don't remember anything about you. You're the exact opposite. They'll always remember you because you'll always be in their timeline, and you will now be their friend, and you'll probably meet some of their friends. Beautiful, right? Absolutely beautiful. And when they go back to China, if they don't buy this time, you'll still be able to keep in touch with them because you'll see them on their WeChat. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So try it, it works, I guarantee it. And so good luck building your Chinese clientele. Paul from China Cash Buyers signing off. Go to ChinaCashBuyers.com, enter your email to get our free mini course, and like us on our Facebook page. Thank you very much. From Atlanta, Georgia, signing off.